Shalom Aleichem. We're here for the third installment on the halachos of Tefillas Haderech. As we explained before, there is a conversation about whether the Tefillas Haderech prayer should be said standing or sitting. Small story. There was once a famous rabbi, and he gave a class about whether it's better to stand or to sit. And he was on the way, and he decided, you know what, I'm going to stop the car, even though Me'ikar Adin, according to the letter of the law, it was okay for him to continue on his journey and say Tefillas Haderech while he was driving, or someone else was driving. God forbid, he shouldn't say Tefillas Haderech while he's driving. So he's the passenger, he'll say Tefillas Haderech for himself and the passenger as well as the driver. And he asked the driver to please stay on the side of the road. And they saw in the distance that there was a gas station. They pulled in the gas station. He gets out of the car to say Tefillas Haderech with kavana. Lo and behold, he sees in the back of the car is coming a plume of black smoke. So he calls over the attendant. They check the car, and lo and behold, the belts were absolutely deteriorated. Another few minutes, and that would have been the end. They wouldn't be able to drive at all. And he saw, wow, look at this hashkacha pratis. Because he was makpid, even though he didn't have to, he wanted to stop and say Tefillas Haderech. God saved him from, God forbid, an accident, and he was able to fix the car, because another minute or another second, who knows what would have been if he had been on the road. But the issue of when to say Tefillas Haderech is extremely important, and in order to be clear, we're going to use the word parsa. Parsa is a measurement of a distance. In today's day and age, it's about 2.4 miles. The halacha is that you're not supposed to say Tefillas Haderech if you're still within the city limits. Outside the city limits, when it is already on the road, the lashon of the Shulchan Aruch is hichzik. You started your trip. You don't start your trip unless you're outside the city limits, and that city limits is within, after a parsa has left the city limits, and now you are outside the city limits. That's the most opportune time to say Tefillas Haderech. In other words, we don't say Tefillas Haderech when we're in the city. We don't say Tefillas Haderech when we're going to our destination and we're within the city limits of the destination. But rather, we say the Tefillas Haderech when we're 2.4 miles out of the city limits. In that segment, that's the best time to say Tefillas Haderech. One more point, and that is only according to Ashkenazi. According to the Sephardim, parsa is not a measurement of distance, but it's a measurement of how long it takes to travel at that time. We say it takes about 72 minutes, which would mean that if you were traveling by car and you would travel a parsa worth of distance, according to the Sephardim, if you traveled by car and you shortened the time of 72 minutes, you would not say Tefillas Haderech. As opposed to the Mishabura and others, since if you would walk it, it would be that amount of distance, then you would say Tefillas Haderech as well. Stay tuned for more.